Hi guys, welcome to this week's Mental Monday. So I have this one last disorder I want to talk about. I may add another, I'm not sure. I've really been getting a lot of ideas for other Mental Monday topics, so I think I might take a little break and start doing some other topics and then come back to some more of the disorders because there are so many to cover. I haven't even touched the surface of all of the different mental disorders that have come up, that are possible, and all of the different variations or experiences with some of them. So I haven't completely decided, but I think I might take a little break from doing the disorders and go back to some topics I've had some really good ideas for. I also wanted you guys' input on the anxiety disorders. I did my very first Mental Monday video on anxiety, so I would say go back and watch that video and I'll link it, and then let me know if you guys want me to do one specifically on anxiety or not, because with doing that video I really wasn't sure if I should do the anxiety disorders or not, but if you guys want more detail on it, we'll definitely do it. So leave a comment down below and let me know if you want a video on anxiety disorders or not. So this week I thought I would talk about another one that is a major one, and that is schizophrenia. Schizophrenia gets a really bad rap for the people being crazy, but my goal with these videos is to break that stigma and go beyond just the odd or strange or off behavior that people have, because let's face it, we all have odd, strange behavior at times, and get to where that behavior is coming from and what they might be struggling with and what maybe we can do to help them, and understand a little bit more what they're experiencing rather than just looking at how it is affecting us. So schizophrenia, I have my notes like I've had this whole series, and it's basically just defined as a brain disorder in which people interpret reality abnormally, which I feel like is kind of lacking. My definition of schizophrenia would be somebody that has this disorder loses their ability to tell the difference between reality and fantasy, or reality and what their mind might be creating is weakened. They are not as easily able to tell what they're just imagining, what is really happening, and they don't have as concrete a feel of what's actually going on around them. They're going through a sensory experience where reality is being broken and they're not sure what's real or not, and that can be really disorienting, and that can manifest itself in a lot of different ways. So some of the symptoms under the behavioral section, it says social isolation, disorganized behavior, aggression, agitation, compulsive behavior, excitability, hostility, repetitive movements, self-harm, or lack of restraint. Under cognitive, it says thought disorder, delusion, amnesia, belief that an ordinary event has special and personal meaning, belief that thoughts aren't one's own, disorientation, memory loss, mental confusion, slowness in activity, or false belief of superiority. So I want to take a second to explain some of those. The delusions actually can manifest themselves in auditory or visual hallucinations. And someone with schizophrenia can have paranoia, where they're hearing voices, or maybe they're seeing things, or they are feeling watched and they feel like somebody's after them, and so they get really paranoid with everybody around them. They suspect everybody, and that can come with some really extreme behavior. So I wanted to clarify that and give some examples of what it means, which is you can have auditory hallucinations, you can have visual hallucinations, and delusions as far as paranoia, where you think people are after you, whoever that might be. Under mood, it says anger, anxiety, apathy, feeling detached from self, general discontent, inability to feel pleasure, elevated mood, or inappropriate emotional response. Psychological hallucination, paranoia, hearing voices, depression, fear, persecutory delusion, or religious delusion. Speech is circumstantial speech, incoherent speech, rapid and frenzied speaking, or speech disorder. Also common is fatigue, impaired motor coordination, or lack of emotional response. Part of it does come with a distancing where they don't always feel emotionally connected. They aren't in touch with their emotions or with what's going on. I also wanted to add, this is one that can actually be catatonic as well, where they're completely catatonic, not responsive. I mentioned it in the bipolar video too, that I think both of these are ones that a severe case can be catatonic in some cases. So this is another one that can't be cured but can be treated with antipsychotics, anti-tremors if they have seizures or are catatonic, stuff like that. There also will be the normal therapy, and sometimes with a lot of the disorders, once the patient is stabilized and they've gotten a little bit of the way through therapy themselves, they'll maybe bring the family in to try to work through some of what's going on. So that's something they might do as well. And with somebody with schizophrenia, what you really want to understand is they are not trying to just make things up to get attention. That they really are struggling, and being sensitive to that and trying to work with them on that and work through that, and not calling them crazy, not treating them like they're crazy, and not stealing their chance to have what they're experiencing understood in that way. So I would say be sensitive in that way if you know somebody that's schizophrenic. As always, I hope this helped you, I hope it encouraged you, and I hope it gave you a little bit of more understanding of schizophrenia. Please let me know if you guys do want an anxiety disorder video. Leave that in the comments below. Leave any experiences or stories with schizophrenia in the comments below. I would love to hear them. And any future ideas for Mental Mondays, I would love to incorporate your guys' ideas and what you want to see a Mental Monday video on. Love to hear that as well, and even just to say hi. So if you liked this video and it helped you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with everyone. Get the information out there. If you are not subscribed, click the screen and subscribe so you can see when the next video comes out. I will see you guys in that one. Bye!